Hey everyone, Paul here. I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of the level from Gilmore Pipeline Pumpworks. It was really good. I enjoyed the 3D world version. Now, first of all, thanks for taking the time to answer these. Really appreciate the time. So I said, honestly, at the start of the level, I didn't expect it to be intense as it was. I thought a 3D world level would be slower, and that just basically comes from every single time that I've played a 3D world level, it features a cat costume, and it's basically long jumps, bit of platforming, climbing up trees to get the cat costume, and they're all a bit sort of samey, and this wasn't. Then I said, the use of water rising and falling was implemented really well. Did you want to use that from the outset? Yes, said Gilmore. The original idea for the level was to have a vertical auto-scroller where the water comes in and out periodically. I ended up adding custom auto-scroll sections afterwards to make the level longer. So he's padded it out basically with the custom auto-scroll, and it allows you to recycle parts and it allows you to really slow the pace down to get some really interesting and intricate details. Then I said the 3D world uses clear pipes. I got the feel of an Invictus level from Just Cook. Were you influenced by that or any other ROM hack? So they've said, I didn't have any specific ROM hacks in mind when I made this, however, I'm a fan of Invictus and I like watching ROM hacks on YouTube, and I'm sure some of that has rubbed off. Yeah, totally. When you watch your ROM hack, especially Invictus, because it features a lot of mechanics that were kind of new and specifically made just for that, and it's really good. Just done an awesome job making Invictus. Really enjoyed that. But you get to see a lot of levels are sort of samey where they use inspiration from other people, and that's fine. If you use inspiration from other people, there's no problem with that whatsoever, as long as you put your own spin on it or you use it in a different sort of way, or you draw from different sources. Whereas if you just copy a level block for block or like for like, it's not really yours and you're not putting any imagination into it. So they basically, what they're saying is they've subconsciously drawn from a lot of other levels. I noticed that you use custom auto scroll during the level, forcing a player down a certain path depending where the camera was. Did it take long to get the auto scroll working right? Gilmore replied, I actually scrapped and rebuilt the custom auto scroll section twice. I've only used custom auto scroll in 1 or 2 levels, so it took a few tries to get something I liked. And that's the trouble with Mario Maker 2. There's a lot of functionality in there, but to master it takes a lot of work, and with them scrapping it a few times, there may be a lot of people out there that wouldn't have the patience to stick at it and keep building towards it. Your level was decorated really well. Do you prefer to make levels in 3D world, or was this something new to you? And Gilmore has replied, I wouldn't say I prefer making in 3D world, but I still enjoy it a lot. I've made a few 3D world levels, and the main draws for me are the visuals and the unique course elements. Even though there are some limitations, it feels pretty fresh to work with after Mario Maker 1, and I think it's pretty well suited to platforming levels. Yeah, it stands out on its own, completely different because you've got a whole different tool set. The physics engines slightly different, you've got a different way that you can jump, where you get a boosted jump with the spin. You can do long jump, you can roll. It's just a completely different mechanic to the game, and it does add a lot when you're building the level. What are some of the best additions to Mario Maker 2 in your opinion? My favourite new additions are vertical sections, 3D world, super worlds, and the new power-ups. Rising lava and water are great additions as well. Multiplayer I like as a concept, but I think it could have been implemented better. Yeah, Nintendo is famous for not doing online well. If they had a system like Xbox Live or the PlayStation PS Plus where it just worked, you could do party chat, it just work, and it's glaringly obvious that they're behind on it, and it's what they're missing with the Nintendo Switch. What would you like added to the game if you could do another update? I'm pretty satisfied with the game, but I think making the visuals and music more customisable would go a long way. Even just something like a couple backgrounds to choose from for each theme would make levels feel less samey. Aside from that, I would love it if they added more new Super Mario Bros. Power-ups, like the blue shell, mini mushroom and the penguin suit. Now I've talked about them in a previous video with different power-ups. The mini mushroom would be really interesting, the way that you could float on water but you couldn't go below the surface. That'd be a real game changer. Now they also say about changing backgrounds and changing theme tunes. If you could have a stage where if you chose, say you went on overground and you had the grass, then you could choose the different backgrounds and then you could choose the music. It really would add a lot of variety and a lot of different looking levels, because at the moment the levels don't look the same, but after 12 months or 2 years the levels all start to feel a bit samey when you get used to those themes. Anyway, getting back to Mario Maker, 4-year Mario Maker, how has it been working with such a large team? And they've said, I'm glad to be a part of it. It's very cool to see the ideas that people come up with. The project's been a bit more organised this year, so I don't think the amount of people really posed any additional difficulties. It's been a lot more organised. Kiavik has done an amazing job, as well as the rest of the team, building website, YouTube trailers, a whole ton of things happening in the Discord for 4-year Mario Maker. There's so much to talk about, and we're going to get to that in later interviews as well, which is exciting. Would you consider doing anything again like this on such a large scale? And again, Gilmore has replied the same way that everyone else has, yes. There are a lot of cool level makers I enjoyed collaborating with. Everyone bouncing ideas back and two together, especially when you get like the top tier level creators and they're bouncing ideas across to each other. You've got someone that knows music levels, you've got someone that knows how to make a tight platformer. You mix the two together and you do really create some really unique levels. It's brilliant. Thank you for taking the time to sit down and chat like this. I can't wait to see what you come up with in the future. They've said no problem. It's a cool idea and I look forward to seeing each video. Thank you, Gilmore. So if you're watching this and you want to ask any of the creators a question, leave it down in the comments section. I'll include it in the upcoming video where we chat to the other level creators. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.